Hello everyone, I am Miss Atkinson. I am one of the Year 6 teachers here at Larkrise and I am also the maths lead for the school. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to you about the maths that we do here at Larkrise so that you've got a better understanding and you'll be able to help your children with their maths at home. So at Larkrise, we follow the White Rose Maths scheme. Many of you may be familiar with this scheme as it was used as part of the home learning package during the first lockdown. The scheme believes in the mantra, everyone can do maths, everyone can. Through the teaching of maths at Larkrise, we aim to create a culture of deep understanding, secure learning and progression within the subject, help children to gain confidence and a feeling of competence, and support the children to become assured, happy and resilient mathematicians who relish the challenge of maths. White Rose scheme enables us to provide a maths curriculum for the children that ensures smooth progression throughout the school. The models and resources that are introduced in Key Stage 1 are continued through to Key Stage 2. This continuation provides a sense of familiarisation for the children and supports their understanding as the units progress. Children are encouraged to use resources and methods that they are familiar with to provide scaffolding for their learning as they become more independent in their lessons. Each year group follows a yearly overview with the different areas of maths grouped into separate units. This allows for full coverage of the subject to be taught throughout the year. There is a scheme of work to accompany each unit and the scheme includes the following. Here is an example of a Year 3 scheme of learning. As you can see, the units are spread across the weeks within each term. There is a clear progression of the objectives that are taught within each unit. This is an example of a teaching guide that is followed by the teachers to ensure that correct mathematical vocabulary and methods are taught. The varied fluency questions are sometimes used as part of the whole class teaching session. Teachers implement the teaching of reasoning and problem solving into their weekly lessons and sometimes choose to use these as whole class plenaries or extension work to challenge the children. When the new maths curriculum was introduced a few years ago, there was a triple emphasis on fluency, reasoning and problem solving. Fluency in maths is about developing number sense and being able to use the most appropriate method for the task at hand, to be able to apply the skill to all mathematical and multiple contexts. The aim is that every child can learn to solve sophisticated multi-step problems in an unfamiliar context. To enable them to achieve this, pupils must develop their conceptual understanding, mathematical thinking, and use of mathematical language. This is where fluency and reasoning come in. Fluency in maths works through intelligent practice rather than just mechanical repetition. Once a child has grasped a mathematical concept, the idea is that they are exposed to varied fluency activities, which will develop their understanding. These activities also require them to use verbal reasoning to justify and explain their thinking in order to solve word problems in an unfamiliar context. We find quite frequently that children who feel very confident in their lessons can suddenly become thrown or confused when faced with a word problem. We hope that through the White Rose Maths scheme, we can eliminate these feelings and encourage the children to use their skills that they have learned when faced with an unfamiliar style question. As mentioned previously, the use of White Rose Maths throughout school ensures that the children become familiar with the methods taught and the resources scaffolds that are used to support their learning at Larkrise. The majority of these manipulatives are available in each class to cater for the needs of the individual child, whichever year group they may be in. Within each classroom, there is also an area of a maths working wall. This is not an area to display the children's work, but rather a reference display where the teacher can model methods of calculation and the children can use them to enhance independence. The wall reflects the unit of maths being taught to the children, so is updated regularly. As you can see, there is an expansion on the pictorial representation of the White Rose Math methods as they progress through the key stages. The following 3 slides show a visual example of the progression of the teaching and learning of place value across the school. The photos taken from a selection of workbooks from year 1 through to year 6 clearly show that there is a familiarity of methods taught with the children, which the children are able to use to extend and develop their learning. As mentioned previously, reasoning and problem solving is a key element within the White Rose Maths scheme. The children are introduced to it from the early years and develop their skills as they progress through school. The children are asked to explain their findings and the methods that they choose, and this can sometimes be quite a challenge for the children. This is a skill that we are developing as the children progress through the school. The following links provided here will take you to the White Rose Maths site, where you will be able to find schemes of work linked to your child's year group, as well as the Enrich website, which provides a wide range of problem-solving activities, games and tasks linked to all areas of maths. I hope that this has provided a clear insight into the maths that is taking place here at Larkrise. If there is anything that you are still a little unsure about, then please feel free to contact either myself or your child's class teacher, and we'll be happy to talk through with you and help provide any clarification.